First of all,
Thank you.
congratulations. Last time you were here, we were actually talking about this film right before it came out.
Yes, it hadn't. No one had seen it.
Nobody's seen it. I'd seen it. I loved it. And now it turns out a lot of people love it. It's starting to win early awards, this first wave of
Yes,
awards.
Very exciting.
And it was Jordan Peele, the director, who a lot of people before this knew from Key and Peele, the fantastic comedy show.
Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. What did I say? Key and Peele?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I've taken a lot of cold medicine over the course of this week, and sometimes it makes my brain melt.
Cumulative. Yeah,
it's
I got
cumulative.
it. It's okay. I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
But the movie is very heavy at times, obviously.
Yes.
Not only is it a horror movie, but it talks about race a lot.
Yeah.
But there's also great moments of levity. And on top of that, because Jordan is so funny, would he direct in character? Is this true?
Yeah, so the movie is heavy, and it's not scary to shoot a scary movie, which I learned doing this. It feels like anything else. Everyone's like, were you scared? And I was like, no. Of Jordan? No, I wasn't scared of him. But the scenes got heavy, and there was this one scene in particular, this dinner conversation that's very fraught, and at a certain point, we had to be laughing at the beginning. And we've been shooting it for so long. And Jordan could tell that we weren't laughing anymore. We were just like, ha, 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 ha. Like, it was just not convincing anybody. And so he started directing us as Obama. And that helped.
He does a fantastic Obama
He does
impression.
the best Obama impression, in my opinion. And then when that stopped working, because he was about to leave office, so it started to get dark again. Then he started doing Tracy Morgan.
Oh, that's the right order. Yeah.
Which was perfect.
Yeah.
So then he directed us as Tracy Morgan, and then eventually we broke through the tiredness and became slap happy. And and then it was about reining us in.
That's
Then
perfect.
he came back to Jordan. But there are perks to being directed by a comedic genius.
sketch
When
comedian.
yeah, exactly. When you're doing really serious, not so funny organically stuff.
It was an issue when you were on this show. It was an issue when you did press leading up to before everybody saw it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of spoilers. Obviously, I think of any horror film, but particularly your character. So
Yeah.
I do want to talk about this now. We're going to put up, for those who still haven't seen it, first shame on you. We're going to put up
Yeah, come
spoiler
on.
alert.
What's the deal?
So just turn down the volume, and when this goes away, you can watch again.
And we won't make any hand signals that give anything away.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
it turns out you're a bad guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. One of the worst people I can imagine.
Yeah, I think it's hard to imagine you playing someone more evil than you played in this film.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it because she literally is a white supremacist who eats cereal with the milk and the cereal separate. And I think that might be our world's worst person.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
You're combining the two worst things
The
that are
worst
currently
thing.
happening.
By the way, kind of a bummer I can no longer eat Fruit Loops in public.
Yeah, it's true.
It just freaks people out now.
But you were actually, I know some magazine did a list of things they can't trust anymore after the film
Yeah.
Get Out, and you made the list.
No, yeah, I made the list, not my character. I am on that list.
Yeah.
They can't trust me. And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. I might send him a copy of Peter Pan to be like, meh?
Yeah, right.
You
Well,
know.
that's true. A lot of people, that shows your great range that you can do Peter Pan, who never turns evil.
No,
like,
he
pretty
doesn't
much.
get old enough to become evil.
Exactly.
He's just flying and...
But have you had people come up to you and talk to you about your character and actually try to justify?
Yes. First of all, they stay about this far away.
Okay.
Just because, you
Right.
never know.
You never know,
now
right.
I get that kind of reaction.
Yeah.
And as Marnie, they did too, because they were worried I was going to judge or yell at them or both.
Yeah.
But so I'm kind of used to that. But yeah, they'd say, she was hypnotized, right? And I'm like, no, she's just evil. How hard is that to accept? She's bad. We give you so many ways to know that she's bad. She has photos of people whose lives she ended behind her. The minute she can, she hangs them back up on the wall behind her. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
And they're still like, but maybe she's also a victim. I'm like, no. No. And I will say, that is 100% white people that say that to me.
Yeah, I was going to guess. I was going to guess.
It is very divided, but yeah.
I recently I talked to Jordan at the 92nd Street Y,
Oh,
where
right.
we've talked before, and it was funny because we were talking about whether or not the movie is a comedy,
Yeah.
and he was saying black people think it's hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, well, and also Lil Rel is so funny
So
as
funny.
Rod. I mean, it is kind of confusing. I've now we've been doing these Q&As and stuff, so I've spent a lot of time outside of a theater playing Get Out, so I know what it sounds like based on the audience. So I know that one of the cheers is when I die. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I know one of the cheers for each of my family members, and I'm so sorry if any of you guys haven't seen it. This is terribly inappropriate. But anyway, so
Yeah.
and then but there's laughter, so I can track where we are based on how much laughter there is
Yeah.
when and cheering. So it is weird. It's hard to put in a thing, which Jordan, that was the whole idea, is that it's kind of every genre in one movie.
I want to compliment your performance because I've seen it multiple times now, but the first time you miss a lot of the things
Yeah.
you were doing because of course you're the actor, you know that you're actually an evil person the whole time. When you watch it again, you obviously were working to lay in like warning signs.
Yeah, I was trying to. And the nice thing is that a lot of people get lulled into the sense of like, oh, she's just being as racially aware as she can. She's doing her best. She's got this evil family. And then it just, when she refuses to cough up the keys, it like hits them with a, like a weight is falling on them. But when you watch it again, hopefully, if I've done my job right, every smile looks weird. Every look I give someone looks evil. And some of that is just because you know what you didn't then. And some of it, though, was because Jordan and I worked really hard on that to try to make everything look different. And there's different motives for everything. Like, she doesn't want the cop to take his ID because she doesn't want to leave a paper trail
Yeah.
of where she's taking this guy. Or, when her dad says, my mother loved this kitchen, so we kept a piece of her in here, and then it pans to reveal Georgina. Like, the piece they kept is her brain in Georgina's body. Again, if you haven't seen this movie, I cannot
Yeah.
imagine what you are
Yeah.
thinking right now. They are having a full existential crisis.
I also realized we said we were going to leave spoiler
Yeah,
alert
and
up,
then
and we
just-
left it up for the entire interview.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm going to take it down now.
Okay,
Take down
great.
spoiler alert.
And
I hope
it's
you
all as it appears.
as it appears.
Yeah.
And I think this isn't a spoiler alert. Happy holidays.
Oh, happy holidays.
And it's always so great to see you. I'm so happy to have you here.